three equally important emotions: terrible sorrow, deep anger, and absolute and unshakable determination. The bigots of this country must understand that murdering Matthew Shepard will do no more to drive us back into the closet than any other tactic that they have engaged in. We, gay men and lesbians and bisexuals, and those who love us and work with us and share our commitment, are absolutely determined to do our country an enormous service. We are going to free it of the blighting, vicious prejudice that took Matthew Shepard's life and that continues to blight the lives of so many. We will do that on all fronts. By your presence here today, you sent a very important message to those who really think that they can scare us away from this fight, and they make a terrible error when they think that. We in Congress will continue the fight. Unfortunately, it does not look good right now. Previous speaker in his eloquence said he had a message for the governor and the president and the leadership of Congress. I must make it clear that I am in none of those categories, at least not yet. But the determination we have will not diminish. And I want to address for a minute the hate crimes legislation. We are talking about legislation that does not impinge in any way, shape, or form of freedom of speech. Yes, I think the bigots are entitled to freedom of speech. They'd be entitled to freedom of thought if they were capable of it. Depth of the prejudice. Then if you are the victim of violence, the federal government will step in and they say you can't do that, it violates my free speech. What's particularly interesting, by the way, is the people who have been claiming that this violates free speech are almost always people who will never be heard to defend free speech in any other context. So I take it back. I take it back. Their only other commitment to free speech is the right to spend tens of millions of dollars in special interest money in political campaigns. Those are the two kinds of free speech they're for. But we are not talking about impinging on speech. We are talking about preventing violent action. No one is here mourning Matthew Shepard because he was insulted. We mourn him because he was so brutally beaten. And there's one other area where we have to act. Sadly, the vicious, cowardly thugs who murdered him were only a few years out of high school. We know that young gay and lesbian students, particularly in high school, are often subjected to mistreatment and torment. And we know, and we've told the world again and again, that that kind of abuse and ridicule, which becomes physical assault, can lead to this kind of murder. And there is a continuum that you have to break at the earliest stage. Yet when school systems in this country have sought to reach out to the young gay and lesbian students, when they have sought to teach people that hatred is wrong and bigotry and violence are not acceptable, we are told, no, you can't do that. The right wing has been much too successful at the federal and state and local levels in interfering with what we have a great need for. Programs that protect the younger Matthew Shepards from the violence that ultimately took his life and from the viciousness and hatred that perverted those people to the point where they dehumanized themselves in him. And they They tell us we can't do that because if the schools did that, they would be promoting homosexuality. And it would lead to acceptance of homosexuality. Well, it always struck me as a gay man what non-acceptance meant. And now we know. We just saw two young men, demented and driven to a subhuman state by a vicious prejudice, who couldn't accept Matthew Shepard being a gay man. So they beat him brutally and left him to die. Yes, we are prepared to say that you must accept our right to live, our right to physical security, our right to the freedom that any human being is entitled to. And now let me urge on all of you something that you should not accept for a second. And that is any excuse and any rationalization from anyone who dares to ask you for your vote without reciprocating by fully honoring your humanity in every aspect. In every aspect. And I have to close by noting a fact that is within our power to change by ourselves. You know, there are things we need the people in this building to do. My colleagues who are here and I will work on it. But there are things every individual can do here. There are people who make excuses for these murders. There are people who will go to the polls and vote against a violent hate crime statute and against allowing the schools to play the role they ought to play in fighting this vicious prejudice. And they will go to the polls. And the sad fact is they will go to the polls in greater number than many of us will. So one of the things you can do between now and November is this. Make sure that you and everyone who cares for you, everyone who expresses to you their horror and sympathy and disgust at this brutal murder, make sure that they take the time and trouble between now and November to find out the position on gay and lesbian fairness and equality of every single individual on that ballot and get out there and we can protect ourselves with our vote in November. That's an area where we have not done nearly enough. But we will all honor Matthew Shepard's memory in our own way, with the eloquence of his friends, with the terrible sadness of those who knew him. But all of us can help honor that memory by promising that every bigot and every defender of bigotry and every excuser of inaction against bigotry is driven out of office, so that we have in this country a set of laws and a set of rules that give each and every one of us the protection we deserve.